Howdy, howdy, fellas. Got a World of Warships Legends match today in the Michelangelo on Hotspot. This is, I probably find one, but I don't have a picture of my build, but it's a standard Michelangelo build with Ravel, full secondaries, Hipper Haruna. My only spicy contribution to the mix is I run HE instead of SAP. Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. Oh, that probably came through. Sorry, guys. Hope that wasn't loud. Oh, I won't talk with my hands. I'll stop it. Yeah, I prefer the slightly faster reload. SAP doesn't cooperate. Or the SAP on the main guns doesn't cooperate for me. I find that it's like best against cruisers. I'm good against cruisers anyway, because I've got the monster secondaries, and so I'd rather just have the faster reload and the option of the HE for the flexibility of the fires when I need them. And hey, it's a destroyer. Yeah, so this map Hotspot, it's an interesting map. This spawn, I don't know. I don't actually know how I feel about this map now that I take a second, like I'm about to say how I feel about the map and think about it. I don't actually know how I feel about this map. It's a weird map because it just has like these kind of little arena pockets. Uh-oh, there's a Georgia. I was hoping he wouldn't be around the corner yet, but he is. But I overmatched the Plymouth. Again, I don't really care about the SAP because it's like the cruisers that you want the most. You can kind of either outrun, bully with the SAP secondaries, or overmatch and like, I don't need to spend. Every time I play the Michelangelo, I feel like I need to defend my choice of the HE and or sell it to anyone who hasn't tried it. Like, the HE on this thing is legitimately good. I'm sure the SAP is good anyway. I haven't actually used it a ton. I don't love it on a lot of other ships, but like the HE is legitimately good. Try it if you haven't. Actually, don't try it because I don't want to be burned down by a bunch of Michelangelos running HE. Anyway, this map is an interesting map because you have the middle spawns. Where do they go? And it really depends on the ships too. You can spawn in certain ships in the middle where it's just like, okay, well, cool, I just have to go to the side to get some cover, and I'm just going to be late. You have a handful of ships that can kind of play the sides, and it really just it depends on what the other team does and what are you going to do. I don't love the middle spawns on this map in some ships, a lot of ships. Kind of high detectability, squishy targets. So like if a Soviet cruiser or something in the middle can be a real pain if something comes down the side. Here I was hoping the Plymouth, you can see on the map a lot of stuff was kind of angled this way. I was hoping to catch some stuff coming around this corner. This is, I believe it's a friendly Jaeger. Did a great job. He capped like in a kind of hot cap and then got out. You know, too many Jaegers would just like go in there and like, oof, I love that this guy just didn't. Plymouth is ferocious AP, but the Michelangelo actually has pretty beefy sides. It is not enough to protect you from battleships. Like, it's got a big exposed citadels. You will take punishment. What was it? My Massachusetts game that I posted today. I just like absolutely wrecked Michelangelo in the side because the armor is not enough to shatter battleship caliber guns at all. But I don't know, longest ranges, if anything. But cruisers can actually have a tough time getting through the side armor. Again, I'm more of a like experiential player. I look at the numbers occasionally and then like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why that happened. Whatever. I can't remember them. I don't actually know off the top of my head what Michelangelo's side armor is, but I've shot at it often enough with stuff like Salem, Baltimore, things like that. The American heavy cruisers that have quite good pin on the AP and get shatters on the side, that I'm actually not that worried about the Plymouth Citadel me or anything from 7, 8, 9 kilometers. Like, that's just, and if he had, I could still just turn out. Here we see this Georgia. I am just repeating in my head, like, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. To the point, big exposed citadel the armor will not deter battleship shells. If this Georgia comes around the corner and I am flat broadside, I'm gonna be back in port. I'm hoping that he just pushes into my torpedoes, but I see that he is slowing down, so that's not gonna happen. Our Flander just pushes in. Like, this is not a weak flank. I think we might. So we had a Plymouth, a Fletcher. No, we were like even over here. That battleship that was coming kind of went away. So this was like an even flank. So not always alone on this time. Okay, but he got him back. Okay. So yeah, we're more or less even on this side. This Georgia's outnumbered now. Again, yeah, it's a Jaeger. Look at those are Jaeger torpedoes. I like how this Jaeger played this. He's kind of spotting the Georgia. He's not going in. He's not going like all the way around. He's like a little conservative. I really appreciate that more and more as I play the game more. Like just wait just a little bit. I have this problem. Like this is not, you know, this is not only on the teammates. I saw someone post on Reddit about that. Like, oh, everybody plays solo and gets mad at their teammates. Like I get it. Like everybody's doing their thing and people are playing for different reasons, different skill levels, whatever. So, but I have been trying to and would love to see more on my 6K from the secondaries. All right, I would love to see more from my team. These instances of just like a little bit of restraint. That's the word I'm looking for, restraint. Just like, wait a second. So I'm trying to practice my own restraint here. I held my fire because the smoke firing penalty, he would see me. I was hoping that kind of a combination of the Jaeger's movement plus me moving out of the rolling smoke, like kind of dragging it with me and it dissipates behind me. He can see. That's exactly what happens. The Georgia may actually have vision on him, but here I'm going to use the surprisingly good AP on this ship and lead a little bit to try to hit that flatter part of the nose and get him before he can line up a good shot. And that was definitely a little bit risky. I thought I could angle out enough that he wouldn't completely delete me, but that was possible death strike right there. If he had time, if my shells had bounced, shattered, I just missed, whatever it was. But I was confident enough in that shot to go ahead and take it and finish him off before he had a chance to, my smoke ran out or whatever. But here we are looking at the match. We are down 5 ships. They're down 3. We've won our flank, but the other flank lost. And it's kind of a, mirror image. Oof! And then the Vanguard goes down 2. And so now we are 3v6. And now we are definitely outnumbered. And I'm kind of looking at a few of the ships that I can see. And they're disappointingly healthy. There's a lot of health left to chew through in this match. I can't see every ship, but what I have seen is like, oof. So we know our Flander is going south. I think. Oof. I don't remember looking at it, but actually, this match was maybe even I don't know. It was a couple days ago, so I think he was AFK at the beginning. So I think I have suspicions about the Flander. Just like and like right now he's full broadside to their whole team. So I'm like, all right, well, he's either gonna get lucky or he's dead right now, and we gotta do this. I'm positioning right here. I was trying to see if the Dalian was going to go into the middle and stay dark, depending on his detectability range, and kind of sneak into C to try to cap it. So I was going to head him off there, but I see that it looks like he's heading north this is north this way. But then he's turning back the other way. Okay, so I need to like get around the corner and try to take him out. Overmatch the Dalian. He does have that big citadel, but it's also armored. If he's angled, you can get some bounces. But hey, between my AP and the SAP secondaries, like, he should be going down pretty easily. And I get a great shot off. It's all overpins. So annoying. I didn't zoom in enough to see where they landed, but I think they were actually good shots. It's just he's so narrow, they went right through. So that's a bummer. So now I'm like, oh no, man. If he launched torpedoes, I don't think he had time to get him on this angle, but I'm basically just trying to get away as much as possible. Schroeder's low health, so I'm going to kind of want to drop spot, but he's a dangerous target. I see him. He's going to A. If I can take him out with this shot, that will actually go a long way towards evening this match up. And it's more overpins. Come on. So he doesn't go down, and now I'm kind of in trouble. I've already used my smokes. Yeah, try to dodge that shot from the key. Only take 1 pin, so that's fine. I'm waiting for my detectability to go, and then shots from the Veneto. Ow, that hurt. That could have been worse. I think I'm out of range of the ships in A, and I can hit that and use my smoke firing penalty, but the Dalian actually comes out of the smoke to spot me again. I can't decide if this was lunacy or genius on his part, but he does spot me right here, and I end up taking, some more damage, but I get kind of lucky on the salvo from the, I think that was the Veneto, that came over, and then this Dalian goes down, so he, kind of let down right there, but also, like, that's a risky play. And that's the kind of thing, the Winmore, they've got time. They've got 3 caps. They're way up on ships. The Schroeder is low, but a lot of their other ships are very healthy. If that Dalian just waits it out, Like, I'm gonna have to contest C. I'm gonna have to get spotted. I'm gonna like there something else is going to happen. He doesn't need to do that right there. I can kind of see if he did it on purpose. I can see what he was thinking about, what he was going for, but it's not necessary. And those are the kind of things that I've certainly been trying to think about as I try to get try to win more games. He didn't need to do that. Here we see, Michelangelo bullying his brother, or cousin, whatever this is, distant cousin, the Veneto. Maybe like a whatever. I was gonna say it's like a salamander, but that's dumb. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna try to make that joke. I really enjoyed the Italian battleships, the tech tree. Sap secondaries I enjoyed. I enjoyed the improved pin angles on their guns, rolling smoke, like just a lot of it. Michelangelo has really just kind of wiped all of that out for me. The Michelangelo is everything I wanted in the Italian battleships and more. So I really don't play them that much anymore. They nerfed Lepanto. Colombo I've always played as a main gun ship. Michelangelo just like, this is it, man. This is the sap second. Honestly, this is my favorite secondary ship in the game. This is all I want in a secondary ship that does like real damage. And, oh my gosh, another Schroeder. There's so many times in this match that this easily could have gone the other way, but like it just doesn't, and I am very thankful for it. So yeah, we're trying to keep these angles, keep an eye on all the ships that are still left. And this is where it turns into a bummer when you are outnumbered by this much, and we are actually only down by one ship now, but I'm the one that's engaged on 3 ships. Our Flander did turn around and he's coming back, so I appreciate that from him. I launched these torpedoes on the like kind of predicted path of the Veneto, hoping that he would come out, and then I'm just kind of coming around. I don't have enough health left that I can take the Schroeder and the Veneto and the Dalian all at once. I'm assuming the Dalian's going to have smoke at some point. He may have used it all, but it's unlikely. Yeah, cool. Torpedo hit on the Veneto. Nice. So anyway, I'm just running away. This is, we're down on points. We're kind of even on caps, but they're contested, so their points are ticking up. I would love to engage the 2 ships, the Veneto and the Schroeder. Like that's more points that are in the game. But if I feel like if I engage them right there, I'm losing because I'm so close. The Veneto can just wreck me. The Schroeder is going to be able to farm me over the edge of the island with the secondaries. If I can move around, use the Michelangelo's decent speed to try to get around the island, the Veneto can't turn around in time to like head back into the cap before I can kind of reposition and come at it from a different angle. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep them guessing and just hopefully engage in a more favorable position while getting that Dalian. I don't know that I would have been able to get the Dalian if I were also engaged with the Schroeder and the Veneto. Our destroyer is doing a thing. I don't know how I feel about this play. Can't see it from his perspective. It's maybe risky if he gets like point blank on the, I believe that's a key. It could get lucky. I think it actually has decent secondaries. A lot of those IGN battleships have surprising, like kind of casemate secondary batteries. Short range, bad accuracy, whatever. But like the volume of fire can be shockingly, can surprise destroyers. I'll say that. He also has torpedoes. Like, I don't know, but at this point we do need to do something. We have to sink a ship. We have to kind of not let them cap this. Here's the Schroeder. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3. He probably had a little less health than I did, but we're not like wildly different. Someone the other day was like, oh, when's a Michelangelo ever better than a Schroeder? And someone was like, oh, well, only if you got the torpedoes. But it's like, look at this. I've taken his angle. He doesn't have the right angle to get most of his secondaries in action here. And because of the kind of forward weighted secondary battery on the Michelangelo, like, I just wreck him. Like, he did, what, maybe 1,000 damage to me? And I did whatever his remaining was, about a little, maybe 15,000, we'll say. Here, I'm kind of finishing this off as like a, I hope. He fired HE. I think maybe his reload isn't going to be up before the match ends. I tried to knock his turrets, that didn't work, so now I'm trying to close up the angle, but also not just let him shoot me through the nose, and I'm just like counting the seconds, hoping he doesn't get his reload. So we did manage to get the ship. We managed to like just eke out the victory on points. It's another great Michelangelo match. I do love this ship.